What up? What up? Let me know if you could hear me okay.
Bro, I can hear you. How's it going, bro?
Going well, going well. I can hear you pretty clearly.
I'm sorry, that was sketchy.
Hello, hello, hello.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, bro, can you hear me?
I can hear you now, but
Hello. Wait.
yeah, I can hear you, but you're very low.
Okay, hello. How about now?
Yeah, I hear you.
Copy. So I'm gonna put it closer to my mouth then. How's it
Yeah,
going,
yeah,
man?
yeah,
Nice
yeah.
to finally hear you, meet you through this.
It's good. It's good. It's good. I a bit louder though. And then also, I think you have it so that your speakers are your mic
I'm not
receiver.
sure if it's me, bro, or is it my end, but it's cutting off.
I think maybe you want to leave.
All right, I'll leave and come back. Let's see this.
Okay, is that any better?
Yeah, I can hear you now. It's coming out clear.
And I got you
Cool,
clear.
cool, cool.
All right, dope. All right. So, how do you pronounce your name? Franklin. Last name is what?
Cheeky, Chiqui, but I go by Frank. I feel like a lot of
Okay.
people get Franklin somehow messed up, so I just straight Frank. Makes it
Okay.
easier, yeah.
And I guess like any pronouns or anything else I like need to know.
Nah, I'm not sensitive on that topic. I'm just Frank. I'm a male, 29 years
Okay.
old. I'm a parent of three. I think that pretty much describes me.
All right. Cool. Give me a second. I'm gonna just mute out and then come back in, and then I'll do the intro, and we'll go right in here. Okay. Oh, did I lose you? Okay, you're still there. Frank, you're still there. I just want to make sure because you came in. I want to share your mic still works.
Okay, hello?
Yeah, you're still there. Your mic still works. You're good.
Still here, bro.
All right, cool. I'm gonna come in, do the intro, and then we'll get started.
Gotcha.
Welcome to the Talking About Life podcast. I am your host, Ian Lepkowski. My Twitter handle is at KOWSKY_ETH, as in the first three letters of Ethereum. My ENS is Kowski.ETH. We always start the show by showing gratitude and thankfulness to God, source, energy, the universe, whatever you believe to be larger than yourself, if you so do. We thank that magic for bringing these guests to the show, getting them to say yes, getting guests to keep coming on, and whatever helps me finding different people to keep bringing value and lessons. We obviously also need to thank and be grateful for the guest, which is Franklin Cheeky, but goes by just Frank. The Twitter handle, though, is at Franklin Cheeky. So that's at FranklinChiqui. And his Twitter bio reads, "Hello, I'm Frank, learner who is trying to apply what he is learning to create a better life for him and his family. It starts with love, continues with faith." Also, a link to the YouTube in there. And again, we're incredibly grateful to have you on the show. We thank you for coming up to, give us your time, share your stories with us. In addition to your bio, if there's anything else you want to say about yourself, go ahead. But how are you doing today, and how are you doing in general?
I appreciate it, bro. I'm feeling fantastic, bro. Yeah, can't ask for more. It's a great day, great start. I'm really happy to be here, bro.
Fuck yeah, man. I always say it's a great day for a great day. I learned Thread Guy has been saying that long before me. I just started saying it. I just got clued in. I'm not the first. I didn't think I was, but I like him. I didn't know he said that. It's funny because I'm following him. But fuck yeah, man. Great day for a great day every single fucking day. If you say so, if you start it with that attitude and you be happy. So the show is about passion, it's about positivity. What is it that gets you positive? What are you most passionate about in life?
That's a great question, bro. What gets me positive? What gets me going? Um, really breaking those negative thoughts that I have in my head, because it gives me an insight of like what other people are going through. So when I'm able to do something that I say I'm gonna do, it just really boosts up my energy. It boosts up my confidence. Sharing that with other people is really what I'm passionate about. Trying to get as much people with that flow, it's really what I think I'm here for. Um, it definitely started with my children. I know that you're a father now, so congrats. I'm saying this now, like through here. Congrats on being a father.
Thank you very much.
You can definitely maybe agree with this or put your take on it. But when your children are born, like your ego or instantly is like dead. It dies. Instantly, somebody is more important than you. No matter your faults, you always want to correct them, because what are you going to be offering your children? What are you going to leave them with? That's what really gets me going. I want to be a real life example to them. It kind of even gives me goosebumps because I know everybody comes from a troubled past, addiction, just making bad choices. And now, because I'm a father of three, I always have those three little human beings in front of mine every time I'm thinking of making a bad decision, or if I'm having a lazy day, they always come to mind, and it pushes me to just try to do at least something. You know, that's what really gets me going, and I feel like if more people were doing the things that they actually wanted to do, Kowalski, that's how you pronounce it, Kowalski,
Kowski. It's
Kowski.
the last part of Lepkowski, so yeah, just Kowski.
Kowski. Yeah, I feel like if Kowski, if more people were able to do the things that they truly wanted to do, that that just by default they will spread that love and energy. That it's a nice grade to have a great day. It's a nice grade to have a great day. I saw that, bro, and I just can't get enough of it. Your energy, your happiness, it radiates, and I'm sure that that's a byproduct of just being with your child, seeing the innocence, seeing how she analyzes the world. I feel like we're too caught up in our day to day lives, bro. Going to work, paying the bills. To to say the least, these past couple of years have been brutal. Um, I almost kind of say that I'm bored of going through history, bro. It's been a tough journey, but we need to stay strong. Like we need to see the things that we're capable of doing. I know a lot of stuff are out of our control, but if we look and center our attention to the things that we can actually do, we'll be more better off because of it.
Yeah, I agree with you 100% on that. And I agree for me, undoubtedly, undisputedly, that what you said about having a child and the effect it has on a person is definitely my experience. I'll say that it's not everybody's I haven't seen that be every parent's experience. And even other people are telling me they're like, "Wow, you really are like happy about your kid." I'm like, "Isn't every parent like people are like surprised that I'm this happy." I'm like, They're like, you're like happy like the mom usually is. I'm like, do not all dads get as happy as the mom? Like, what the like, yo, I am so fucking happy. Like, bro, like every time I make her smile, bro, I fucking won, bro. Like, that's a big win. Like if you ever played a sport, bro, a video game, like the feeling you get at the end when you fuck somebody up and you're like, I won, bro. Every time she smiles, I have that. Like even Super Smash Brothers, they're like 3-minute rounds, bro. You can make her smile fucking 30 times in 30 seconds sometimes, or she's just like laughing, bro. I'm winning that whole time. Like that is such a big fucking win for me, dude. Like there's no, it's like a high, bro. It's a drug. I'm addicted to it. Like my daughter's laughs and smiles. So I'm 100% on board with you. But other people are like, damn, bro, like you are literally getting high off your daughter's smiles. I'm like, yeah. Do other people not know about this? This is the cheapest drug. I made this myself. This is wild. So I agree with you 100.
Yeah, I mean, and to just touch on that, bro, like you made that person, you know, half of you it's in that little bundle of joy. And I look at my children, I'm like, how can somebody so broken, so fucking messed up create something so beautiful, so pure, bro? I look at them and I try to fix my wrongs, you know. I can't blame my parents for what they didn't know, but I didn't get the childhood I really wanted. And that was to say that they were hardworking people. I'm a first generation, so all they knew was hard work. But I missed them, bro. I needed them in my life. I needed their guidance. I needed their hugs. I needed to hear that everything was gonna be okay. And that's what I try to do with my children, bro.
Yo, can I hit you with something wild?
Yeah,
What if you needed them not to be?
that can be true, bro. Because I guess if they were there, I wouldn't be the person I am now.
Right. And maybe you would have been a better person. That's the other side of it. I acknowledge it 100%. But what if you would have been a worse person? We don't know.
And that's why I try to not blame them. You know, I say
Like,
I can't blame them for
what
what
if
they didn't know.
what if everything they lack is what made you this person, right? Because I have similar feelings and I had a long journey. I'm 31. I went through like, cutting myself, eating problems, like different types of drug addictions, uh, getting into fights, like all sorts of shit, man, because my parents got
Right.
divorced when I was 3, and my whole life everything was my parents' fault for a long time. And then one day I just decided I wanted to be the hero that wasn't there for me. I wanted to be the parents that they weren't. And I was like, I don't know who I would have been if they were the people I wanted them to be, but I'm definitely going to be a more perfect version of what I'm imagining, because I'm not following the example of someone before me. I'm looking at what's lacking and I'm filling in the canvas myself with what I think is the best and most beautiful. And now I'm going to be that. So it's like, fuck it if I would have been better the other way, bro. I don't want to fucking know about that. Don't tell me
Yeah, man, I totally agree with you.
here. So if it's one way or the other, I'm committing that I would have been worse the other way. That's you know what I mean? It's your choice how to see it. I'm choosing that way because the other way sucks.
No, you're so right. But just to touch, just to touch on that too, the reason why I do go hard, and maybe the reason why you go hard, is because of that. So that does have an importance. And yeah, no, don't dwell on the past. What happened happened. But what you say is true. Not every parent is appreciative of having a child present, but I look deeper into that. Like back to what you said, a part of me is there. I made that. I'm able to see from coming out. I was able, to be in the room helping the mother of my daughters give birth, and to see it come out and to see her go through extreme pain, like it makes me just be grateful to be alive. That's where we come from, bro. That's the process that we go through. I don't know, I just became super hypersensitive once they were born. It's nothing about me. I'm no one. It's more about them. And yeah, I guess without my parents not being there, I probably wouldn't be the person I am now. So yeah, looking forward, I just try to be what I was missing, like you said, and just try to be the most present I can. Try to guide my children, give them a voice, let them speak, let them bring their opinions on, let them question everything. I tell them I'm their friend first. First and foremost, I'm your friend before a parent. Because what is a parent? I don't want to tell my kids what to do, bro. I want them to question everything and to guide themselves, you know? Because the way I was born is do this, do that. And I'm like, why? Because I told you so. Well, that's not a fucking answer. If I'm telling you to do something and you can question it and tell me that that's not the right way, then I'm fucking proud of you. Go ahead and do it your way because you just corrected me. A lot of people shy away from that. They instantly want to punish, but I I don't think that way. Like you said, give whatever I was lacking, and I honestly was lacking the voice. You know, I didn't have a voice, and that's why I feel like I need to speak louder. I feel passionate about giving other people the small voice a voice. It's just something that, again, it was the byproduct of my past, but this is what I'm here for, bro. If this is what passion is, this is what I feel right now. What I feel, the energy coming out of you, the energy that's coming out of me right now, this is what I feel. That it starts with love, and then you just continue with faith. You know, you believe in that higher power that you say, because how are we here? You know, we don't take, I don't think we take or be grateful for this day today, bro. You woke up today. You don't deserve another day. You're given another day. Like, why are you not doing the most with it, bro? Why are you not trying to be the best person you can be today? Because today wasn't guaranteed. It just happened.
Have you heard about Memento Mori?
No,
So
no.
Memento Mori, funny you haven't heard about it because it's essentially to some extent what you're talking about. But you know, these concepts take many different forms. But it's the idea of waking up with the intentionality. It's like a stoic idea, like it's like a Marcus Aurelius kind of thing. But it's like
Hmm.
waking up with the intentionality. I know I could die. So memento, I think, is remember. Mori is like death. So it's like
Hmm.
remember that you're gonna die, and don't live every day like you're going to for sure die tomorrow. You'd spend all your money. It's crazy. Live every day like you're not sure whether you're going to die or not tomorrow. And you have to do what you would do if there was no way to know. So you'd have to kind of plan for like maybe yes, maybe no. What would you do in that case? How would you like it's like embrace the like because that's the truth. Like it's not really live your life as if it's like that's the truth. You don't fucking know. You could die, you could not, because that's so if you could die at any moment and you're definitely dying at the end of it. No one has made it out of life alive to date that we know about. Like even Jesus was rumored to, and then he went back. So no
Right.
one has made it all the way out alive. At the end of it, you're going back. So you know, it's remembering no matter what, you know, you may die tomorrow, you may not, you may have 100 years, you may have 10 days, but you're definitely dying. So given that your time is limited, what the fuck are you gonna do with today, bro? And that's memento mori. So, you know, you
Mm,
like fully
mm.
go into, you know, it's a great day for a great day. That's not talking about the death, but for me, that's part of it. And the fact that it's a choice. Like, I don't wake up, bro, in the morning rubbing the sand fucking sleepies out of my eyes. Like, it's a great day. Like, no, I have to, like, you know, splash a little water on my face, bro, get my clothes on. Like, little stretching, do a little breathing, and then I gotta go. Okay, I'm tired. I'm getting the sleepies off, but let me choose to fucking start the day in a good mood, bro. Let me fucking sing a song. Let me fucking tell myself it's a great day. Let me tell the world it's a fucking great day, and let me make that fucking true. Let me start right now before anyone comes in here and fucks with my mood or any shit. My boss says like, "Oh, this happened. We got to deal with this today." Fuck that, bro. It's a great day for a great day. I'm fucking putting that armor, that shield on intention.
Amen. Amen, bro. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah, so I'm all about that. And the other thing I think is the same for me and you is I agree. Like I had, you know, like I explained, you know, somewhat of assorted events in my past, things I'm not like I don't love, I wouldn't want my kid to do, I'm not super proud of. Maybe I thought they were cool at the time. I definitely don't want my kid to think those things are cool. You know? So but not everyone has that feeling. But for me, it was this unconditional love. And I think I forget how you phrased it, but you said something that made me think, yeah, like he's talking about the same thing. But like you see your kids and like I don't know, like my mom would like be like, "I love you unconditionally." I know, mom, I know you do. I didn't feel like that growing up. Like I knew my parents loved me. I always know both my parents love me, but it felt very much like I love you, but like from my dad, like, but don't be a fucking artist or some stupid shit. Be like a doctor or a lawyer, you know? And then from my mom, like, I love you, but like, don't do X, Y, don't do this. She had like particular little things. It was like less big. She was like, do whatever you want in life, except this way. And if you are gonna do it, do it this way. And you have to call this person first. And if you're gonna write this resume, you have to write it in this way. And I'm like, it doesn't feel so unconditional. I love you, bro. Not to make it dark, but if she ever calls me and says we got a problem, I'm getting a fucking shovel and some rope if we need it, bro. Like, bro, I got you. I got ride or fucking like I will protect her. If I gotta bury people, bro, get the hydrochloric acid. Not really, bro. I'm kind of kidding to make a joke, but like I'm just saying, like that's the first shit that comes to mind. It's like I would never do that, and then I saw her. I was like, okay, maybe there's one person I would go dark for, maybe. Like
Yeah, bro.
protect her. Who knows, bro? Maybe I'd fight the whole fucking world with a bazooka. Like, dude, I like see her, and it's just like, dude, I would do anything. I would build a house with my own two hands. I don't know how to do that, but if you needed me to, baby, I would fucking learn. Like, I don't know, man. That she gets. Not everybody has it, but I'm hearing it from you, and I love it. What are like other ways like you would describe that feeling, or like ways it manifests for you, or like ways you kind of like impart lessons to them? Because I see everything you post. Like, do you just tell them the same stuff you're posting? Like, we post some similar
No.
things, kind of like self-help, guidance, love, make positive
Mhm.
matter. Do you just give it to them just like that? Do you have story time?
No.
How do you get it through to them?
So I truly believe that the way that we really learn that our attention is captured is through storytelling. So I tell them a story about my past. They see this hero, but I want to take that hero down from the pedestal, and I want to tell them where I come from, all the mistakes that I've done. And then I gently push in that little nugget of gold there to give them a little lesson. And I won't say they capture it right away, but I kind of like also pull back from explaining everything, and be more of I'm in the mix with you. Even though I know this already, let me go and get dirty with you so we can both learn something. And maybe you're going to learn it in your own way, which is like the ideal place, bro. You want them to know it their way and not the way you're saying it. And I mean, when it comes to teaching them, I teach them by example. And that's where I defeat that lazy person. I defeat that person that is filled with self doubt, because I have to show my children that we shouldn't care about what other people are saying. If I'm telling them to yell in the middle of the park, I'm great, I'm beautiful, I'm powerful, that I should not give a fuck what anybody around me is saying. But
Unless
that I
it's
just
positive, man, then they could cheer with you. But yeah, fuck anything but like them cheering with you.
but it's so easy to say that, bro. But right now they're in school. So my oldest is 9.
Kids get their feelings hurt. You say one negative thing, and they're like,
Bro, I'm telling you, I've dealt with bullying myself, so it's something that really like hits home. And you can tell your kid you're beautiful. You can tell your kids don't listen to what they're saying. You can tell your kid, look, they're not doing anything good for you in your life. They're not buying you the presents. They didn't feed you. They didn't celebrate your birthday. They're not giving you the love and attention you need. While you're listening to them, you can tell that in many different ways, but it's still gonna hurt, bro. And the thing is, for me to keep on and keep on repeating it and repeating it and repeating it, because what I learned, I think I posted it up today, or was it yesterday, that common sense isn't so common. It's so simple to tell you don't play with fire, but eventually you might mess up and play with it and get burned, and maybe that's the only way you actually learn. Dealing with the
and that's
pain.
saying about the beginning, like we got burned in the beginning, so we're good on the back end. Like, what about people who come in to life and their whole family is good the whole time, and then some tragic accident happens, shakes their stability, and then their whole second half of their life is fucked? Like, I'd rather the first half of my life is fucked so I could fucking like ride through the second half ready for shit.
That's how I feel like generational, like wealth, generational knowledge gets like lost, because the generation that my kids are growing up on didn't deal the stuff that me and you dealt with. Same thing as me and you didn't deal with the stuff that our parents deal with. And little by little, that lack of experience, that real life experience that we don't have, we don't actually learn it. We hear it, but we don't actually learn it. So we take it for granted, and we say, okay, yeah. Our parents told us this, told us that, but whatever. I'm gonna do whatever I want. I feel that's where like the parent needs to be really, really present. Because okay, sure, you didn't deal with it, but be grateful that I'm teaching you something, so you don't have to deal with it.
Either that or you got to get some sort of like mini version of it for them to experience so they could kind of relate. Because I think maybe because this is like with my parents, like the things that didn't take for me, I just couldn't relate to them. Like I don't know if it's I don't think it's like I didn't respect them or I didn't believe, like it wasn't like just like they said something and it was like that doesn't look like my world. And then some of those things they were right, and then some of those things I was right. It wasn't my world. They were wrong. Like they were giving me bad advice and they didn't realize it because it worked when they were my age and it wasn't working when I was my age. So I think there's a mix there. Would you agree with that?
Yeah. I mean, you could just say I didn't go hungry like my parents did, bro. So what the hell do I know about going hungry when my parents worked day and night to give me at least that? I can never experience what they experience. So you're right with that.
Now, let me ask you this though, because your parents had some rough experiences. We had different ones. What, if you feel comfortable talking about one or any of them, like what was a memorable, tough experience you had growing up? And then what was the lesson there? How did you get through that? And then to finish it up, and how do you then impart that to your
That's a that's a loaded question. That's a great question, bro.
kids?
Um, now
Outback baked potato.
I'm sorry, you cut off there. What was it?
Oh, I said it's fully loaded like a baked potato out the Outback. Like it got the bacon, the cheese, the fucking butter, all that shit fully loaded.
Yo, bro, you getting me hungry over here, man. Yeah, bro, definitely. What is something that hard work pays off? You know that you need to be a hardworking person.
Well, that would be
Right
my
now,
thing. What was like the obstacle you faced? Like before the lesson. Like what was the thing? What did you face? What did you yell at, or what was the negativity or the obstacle, the challenge? Like what was that actually? The friction.
I'm not sure if I'm going to be answering the question directly, bro.
You don't have to. If you're not comfortable, I don't mean to push boundaries. So if
No,
that's
no,
how
no.
you meant to answer
It's
it, go
it's
ahead.
it's it's not because of uncomfortability, maybe just of lack of really understanding it. But if I can just say it maybe this way, my parents put in a pedestal that you have to be a hard worker, and if you're not a hard worker, then you have to go hard in school. What I've learned, and I feel like the world giving me some karma in the last couple of years. Really, after New York City was shut down and I had to change a job, that hard work really doesn't always pay off, bro. By that I mean you can be slaved at a job and do the things that people say you can't do, but you're not really gonna get much out of it. As to say, if you put and direct that hard work into something that is beneficial, like I tell my kids, work harder, not smarter. Use that hard work in a smart way that you can get better results than what my parents did. And for example, by that, I had to learn myself. And that was me learning something that my parents didn't teach me. To try to be financially free, I need to start saving my money and investing it in a company that produces money. So other people that are smarter than me, that are more capable than me, and I'm gonna be voting with my dollar. That is something that I'm trying to teach my kids. You know, not that you need to bust your ass just to get some type of validation from me. They're saying, okay, you're a hard worker now you can say that you're a good boy, a great girl. No, no, no. To use what you know in the most efficient and smartest way possible to get the result that you actually want. I learned that through trial and error. In the last couple of years, I've been changing my uniform from a deli worker, Uber driver, to a porter, back in the grill in a bakery, and those are all hard work, bro. I've been putting 12-hour shifts in. I've been busting my ass. And I wasn't getting compensated the way I wanted to. But in the middle of all of that, I was using the money that I was making to invest it. So my tune hasn't changed. Yeah, sure, I work hard. Maybe in a sense to get some validation from my parents and to tell them, look, your son is a hardworking guy, and whatever he doesn't fucking know, he's gonna fucking learn. No matter if I burn myself, no matter if I cut myself, I'm gonna bust my ass to show you that I can bust my ass. You know? But in the middle of that, use the money in a smart way. So use my hard work, my hard-earned money in a right and smart way. The only way I feel to be financially free is if you have your money invested in something that is more than what you're capable of actually doing. You know, I might reach my goal and make what I'm trying to make one step at a time, a business, something that can flow, but that's going to come with time. But I'm banking my money more on companies. I'm gonna give you an example. This is not investing advice, guys. So please do your homework. Bank of America that I've touted on my tweets on my Twitter account. That's a bank that's been here for decades. A bank that's been through a financial crisis and came out stronger. There are people that are capable inside that company that make money. I'm putting my money in there. It's paying me a dividend of some sense, something like that. But it's gonna after a time, if I keep on building my position, the dividends is gonna be reinvested and eventually buying a full share, and eventually is gonna buy a second share and a third share, and over time, talking about 10, 20-year long-term period, it's gonna make my tree is gonna grow and it's gonna give me the fruits that I so patiently waited for because I kept on nourishing it. That's something my parents didn't teach me. My parents were more about like you can't fill my shoes in because you're not there yet. You didn't deal with what I dealt with, so you don't have that like pedigree. You don't have that drive. Okay, fine. I don't have the drive that you have. I don't have the business that you might have. But in my own way, I'm doing what I can with the money I have to build something for my children. I want there to in my family tree to point at where Franklin Chiki is at, and from there on, the tree grows exponentially, bro. And that came, yes, through hard work, but more through studying, more through being disciplined with my money, more to do with what I learned and less to do with about what they taught me. And that is something I pride myself on. That is something that I try to teach my children. I'm not sure if that answers your question directly, bro, but
Yeah, no, it definitely does. I understand how you were answering it now, and you don't have to answer it directly either. I just thought I wasn't being clear. But now I'm getting it that what you're saying was the lesson for you or the challenge was getting this lesson that hard work pays off, which is another thing I dealt with as well. And then going through the life experience of doing hard work in some way, shape, or form, and realizing, like, wait a second, you could bust your fucking ass for minimum wage. Like, hard work does not always pay off. In fact, hard work often doesn't pay off. It reminds me of I fix computers. And one time I was like fixing a thing for somebody, and he had this nice watch on, he had nice clothes on, like, he looked like he was fucking wearing money, bro. And I was like, damn, bro, like, what do you do? And he was talking about like this construction business, like, how he went through it and got started and became, and I go, bro, like that's awesome. He goes, yeah, like he goes, I can't complain about my life, this and that. But he goes, but like sometimes I look around at other people who have money like me, this blah blah. He goes, I wish I worked with my head instead of my hands. He goes, I wish I was like an accountant or something, or I wasn't like breaking my back and doing construction. Because now I can feel it. Like I got injuries, I'm tired. And he goes, now I'm kind of managing, but still like, I'm not at the point where like accountants are just like have younger kind of bodies for not doing work and they travel more. So it's like, yeah, dude, it's the work smarter, not harder. Because even some of the people who do work harder and it does pay off for them, like even him, like, he looked impressive to me. I was like, damn, bro, you look like a fucking G. You know what I mean? Like I didn't say it like that, but like, you know what I mean? But But that's what I was thinking, and that's basically what I expressed. Like, you look cool as shit, dude. You look rich. Like, you look like something that's inspiring. And he was like, "Thank you," but like, I wish I was like fixing computers or something. He's like, "I wish I did something with my head like you, because your back's not gonna hurt like mine at this age." So that definitely that's more like right. That jives with what you're saying.
I love that. I love the way you said it. You shorten it up. Work with your head, not your hands. I love it.
Yeah, dude, because I mean, it takes it can take a toll on your body, and that's the other thing too, bro. Like, I don't know if you ever looked at these, I don't know, like GIFs or whatever the fuck it is online, but dude, there's shit that like maps out like how much money like Warren Buffett and like Jeffrey Bezos really have, and it'll divide it out to like the minute. Like, bro, these guys are making like millions of dollars a minute. Some of these people are like, or per hour, or like whatever it was, dude. It's like it's some crazy stats, and you realize there's no way, there's no human that exists that's outputting in proportion, that's rich like that, to the amount of dollars that they're earning per hour. Like, the richest people actually work the least hard. Maybe they worked really hard in the beginning, but like, no, like, you have to work smart and hard to get there, and then you have to work smart and hard in a way, where you're aiming to a place where you get yourself out of the system, bro, where you're not working fucking basically at all anymore, and you're just sitting there, and your work for you, and your money is fucking working for you. And that's like, Zuckerberg, fucking Mark Cuban, fucking, Bezos, bro, all these fucking guys, right?
Definitely, bro. And you start noticing that when they actually get their wealth, they get it over time, bro. People are too quick. We live in a world where everything is just so instant that they want everything so fast. Not not everybody's willing to wait decades, bro, because that's what it takes. Decades. Not only to unmask a large amount of money, but also to get the fucking results that you want. To take control of your life, it takes that day at a time, bro. I felt the video so much. It's a great day to have a great day, because it's those little tiny steps that seem like nothing to everybody that means the fucking world to you, and that's what matters. Every single body over here needs to do something that matters to them. Like, don't copy other people. What goes for you? If it's not fitness, then breath work. If it's not meditation, then swimming. If it's not swimming, then running. If it's not investing, then trading. I don't know what the answer is for everybody, but you need to have something that works for you, because at the end of the day, it's only a personal thing. It's always a personal thing. Whatever you're doing in your life, you need to be able to identify what it is. Is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? Am I fucking up myself because I'm over consuming? You're so right when you say that, though.
Bottom line, you gotta measure the results. I agree.
Definitely, bro. It's patience. It's patience. The stuff that you actually
and then
want.
just going back to the thing with the kids though too, it's patience, but it's also actually doing the stuff, this is kind of something we touched on, but it's like the idea of like, do what I say, not what I do. It's like you kind of got some of that from your parents, like, no, do this, and like, but you're not on this level, but you can't relate, but do this anyway, but I'm saying this and I'm doing this, but you got to do that, and it's confusing. It's like, the fuck is all that? So it's like, what you really learn from your parents, whether you mean to or not, you kind of become the best and worst of who your parents are. So that's what brings you back, or brings me back to the inspiration of like, I actually have to do better. I have to help myself more. Like, I've always been, not always, but after a certain point, I got more self-help minded even before I had a baby. But now that I have the baby, dude, it's a supercharge. It's just that reinforcement of, not only do I have to work hard, but I have to be like, I can't be anything I don't want my daughter to be. So I have to now start thinking of like me kind of outside of myself, in her energy. Like, what if my energy comes back to me through her? Like, what if, you know what I mean? It's the shit you hear your kids saying, and they said it because they heard you say it, and you're like, holy shit, do I sound like that? Like, my daughter's only 3 months, so I'm not quite there yet. But that like, do you like, have like, your kids are older, right? Like, you have 3 kids. You must have that experience, no?
Oh, definitely, bro. There's some stuff that I'm like, wow, I fucked up heavy. Like, why are you sounding like you're nagging at me? And again, it's not perfect. It's not perfect, but again, that's probably a byproduct of the way I was raised. And not to make any excuses, it just comes out sometimes. And when I see it, I call it out. to myself, obviously, because I tell them something, and I tell them like it's monkey see, monkey do. They really only like learn fully by what you're doing. So you could go ahead and say a whole bunch of shit, but if you're saying hard work and you're sitting down, they're only looking at sitting down.
Yeah, yeah, dude. And it's funny because one day, like me and my dad were like, I don't know, like getting fast food, something that's taking a while, like and we're waiting. I like look at him and I'm like, what are they waiting for? Christmas? And he's like, what did you just say? Like, where did you get that? I'm like, I don't know. You always say that like when we're stuck in traffic. Like necessarily, like I kind of got it. I was like, yeah, you know what I mean? But I just he said it, and then I said, and he was like, oh, he's like, that's crazy. He's like, well, don't say that to like the fast food people. He's like, in the car they can't hear us. He's like, don't say that to other people. I was like,
Yeah, bro.
the
Good
way
thing
to
that
do
you
it.
catch. Good thing you're catching it now while she's 3 months, because yeah, you really got to be careful about what you're saying and what you're doing, because they're like a sponge, bro. I picked up on some parenting books because again I wanted to try to be the best possible, and a lot of it is that, bro. They pick up on what you're saying, and they pick up more on what you're doing, and they're like a sponge from date of birth up to age 5, I believe. So those are the most crucial moments in their lives where like they grow from that. So right
Yeah,
now that
100%. Go ahead.
that you
Sorry.
yeah, now that just that your baby is 3 months old is where you can think about that a little bit and see what you really want your child to become. I really wish, for example, that I fed my kids more greens when they were younger. That's just like one example.
Dude, that's so funny. I've been asking people or having similar conversations when I get other parents on the show that we're having now, and that's one of the ones that's come up multiple times. Like, and so I've learned that one, but they're like, "Yo, don't just give your kids the foods they like. Don't give them the foods you like. Give them as many fucking different foods and vegetables as you can now, because otherwise it's going to be a nightmare taking them to restaurants, getting them to eat healthy, all this shit when they're older. So you have to do it when you're younger. It's like I don't know if I would have thought of that or not, but now I'm going to do it.
Yeah, bro. For sure, man.
Otherwise,
Definitely.
you got to make it interesting, bro. You gotta
Spice it
put
up.
sauce on the vegetables. You gotta spice them up. You gotta throw some seasonings in there, bro. If it's broccoli, stir fry the broccoli with some carrots, some pepper, make it fucking
Oh,
colorful.
bro, you gotta do a video of you making that. You said stir fry broccoli. That sounds yummy.
Oh my god, I'll do a video. I think I have some. There's some videos on my TikTok. I'll send it to you when I'm stir frying and shit. I randomly do that. I don't have like a cooking channel, but randomly I'll just throw up the camera and be like, all right, document, don't create. Let me document me frying some shit up, and I'll show you. But I have a good time with that.
Yeah. Me too. When I'm cooking for them, it's always a hit or miss because right now they're picky. So I do validate what you're saying right there. It's super hard to give them something to eat that they didn't eat when they were younger. So it's always a hit or miss, and they're not shy in telling me, "Yo, pops, your food sucks." It's been a working process, but when I cook, bro, it comes with love, man, because I'm trying to feed my children. So I definitely dig that vibe, bro.
Anything that's come up that you may think like, oh shit, I don't know if he knows it. Like just like what you just said about the vegetables. Any other things like that I should know about, like that might blindside me otherwise, like when my kid starts doing them.
Hmm. That's also a great question.
Alpha I need, bro, right?
All
At the
right.
phase I'm at right now. Like I'm very early, bro. I'm in the pre-mint phase. I just minted.
You just minted. I love that.
I gotta
Um,
get in the Discord. They gotta read the FAQs. I'm trying to catch up on the project. I minted, but I didn't really read all the info before I minted, so now I'm trying to
you're reading the
catch up.
manual as it goes.
Yeah, I'm checking out the roadmap. What's
I
on
think
there?
the best thing you can do, bro, is it would just come from the heart, man. It just comes from the heart. Don't try to explain everything. And just go with them. Have their hands and go with them, bro. That's really, if anything is taken out, just that. Be the realest person you can. Don't be a parent. That's something that my parents. I didn't get to see who they actually are as human beings. No, I told you about my path, my journey so far these last couple of years. I've documented and I've shown them, look, your dad is now working in the deli. Look, your dad is now working in a bakery. Look, your dad now is a driver. Look, your dad now is a porter picking up trash. They see it. They see it there. This it's like it's all happening in real time. They see me for who I am with all my fucking faults. I don't try to pretend I'm somebody I'm not.
I think that's the best way to do it. My
Yeah,
parents, kind of lied to me or, told me myths or even just like Santa Claus and God and the stork and Jesus and that shit. But for me, and that works for some kids. For me, that fostered a lot of distrust later when I was
yeah,
like, so my whole first half of my life, half the shit you told me, you were fucking with me, and now I'm supposed to trust you, and we're friends, fuck off, I mean, that was disruptive for me.
yo, bro, you're so real, bro.
Like Tooth Fairy, all that shit. I'm like, so they're like the Tooth Fairy's fake. They're like the Tooth Fairy's fake, but God's real. I'm like, yeah, okay. And then when I'm 20, you're gonna tell me God's not real. I'm like, that's it. None of this shit's real. And then later I did come back to God personally, even though I still don't believe the Tooth Fairy. But but that's when I broke off. That's when I broke off and got lost and had to find my way back. Because once I heard the Tooth Fairy was lies, I didn't know if anything else was.
That's true, bro. And that distrust, once
You
it's
tell about the
broken,
Tooth Fairy? Be careful. They're like,
and once that distrust is broken, it's really hard to get it back, bro. It's like I think there was a quote there being thrown out that it takes so much time to build up a reputation, but as soon as it's broken probably forever.
yeah, man,
And
you can build a
you
reputation
don't.
for 50 years and tear it down in 50 seconds with one fucking viral tweet.
There it goes. That's it, bro. And maybe, if anything, bro, the probably the best thing I can do for my children is to get them in the habit of reading, because there's a lot of shit that I don't know, and I'm not gonna pretend to know that shit. So if books can spark an interest and teach them something that I can't, well, I don't care what source they get it from. I just want them to know.
Yeah, I think reading's really important. I don't know for a fact, but I think part of the reason I am still so creative now and have a good imagination at 31 is because before I got into video games and iPads and became techie as fuck, which I love that I'm into that now. But before that, I came out, before that kind of shit was existed or attainable or widely available for all kids. So I was reading books, bro. Harry Potter, Magic School Bus, all that fucking shit, bro. And dude, you gotta imagine that shit happening. So I imagined hundreds of people and characters and stories and places in my head, and just don't do that, bro. And it's a big difference to me, man. Imagining 100 different stories to zero. Some kids, it's literally zero. They just watch everything on TV, and I don't even know. I don't know how I'm gonna fucking sell my daughter on reading when she's already seen an iPad. I'm gonna have to try to really make it fucking sound good somehow. I'll tell her how good it was for me, whatever. But it's I think it's important. So I love that you're talking about getting them to read. Let me ask you, did you ever read any Greek myths specifically? Because this is on the topic of what we're talking about. And I also think it's cool because we're talking about God and energy and connection. And this is something that came up literally with the talk to you. And it's something you're bringing up too, which I sometimes I just find there's these moments in time where the energy just cross connects. Have you ever heard the concept of the wounded warrior or Chiron, the centaur from Greek mythology?
So I do know philosophy, and it really sparked my imagination reading it, but I would not say that I know what you just finished saying.
Okay, that's fine. So let me tell you real quick. So there's this dude Chiron who's a centaur. He's the king of the centaurs. And the centaurs are the dude that on the top they're a dude and the bottom half they're a horse. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
So that's a centaur. So he's the king of the centaurs. And what happens to him, he's immortal, but someone fucks up. I think it's Heracles accidentally hits him with this poisoned arrow that normally would kill people, but it can't kill him because he's immortal. So he literally is just in pain all of the fucking time. And that's what
shit.
inspires him because he's immortal but wounded. He goes, I got to fucking do something about this. I got to create like medicine. I got to fucking deal with this pain. And he becomes this wounded warrior that like trains himself and creates medicine and finds a way to help himself, but then becomes this person who permanently, like for the rest of the mythos, starts training other warriors and healing like young warriors. And like people come to him with like troubled childhoods type shit. And then he teaches them the lessons, and then they become great fucking champions. And like, because he could heal their traumas, and you know, it's like the personal growth. But the idea in the mythos is like that's what like all great warriors are. Like all great, or most, or some line, or one of the archetypes is the wounded warrior. So this is just like, we were talking about this at the beginning of the conversation, but it's interesting, I think, because all that you're interested in philosophy, and the Greeks are like, you know, some of the originators of like philosophy itself. And you know, all the way back to ancient Greece, they're saying, yeah, we know about the wounded warrior, and we're kind of discovering it like in the moment, saying like, yeah, like we were like traumatized as children, and then we learned from it. Meanwhile, bro, 1,000 years ago, there was a half human, half horse motherfucking king that already fucking learned this and taught people about it. It's like this is the core of humanity, in my opinion. Like, I think that's cool, and like, so it's like the lesson, it's the passion, it's God, it's the connection, and then it's like, but that's the story. So that's like, if you get your kids to read, they might just fucking read that. They may learn it from reading before they even have to go through it. So that's, you know, it's a lot of different points, but that's like the power of all that. Would you agree?
I definitely do agree, and I feel like you summed up my bio and maybe just who I am in general with that. We are all warriors. I've been wounded by my past, and it takes really just being self-taught. You know, I look for the shit that I want to learn. I apply the shit that I want to learn, and I can't forget where I come from. I got scars. I can definitely relate to you cutting yourself, as me too. I've cut myself several times when I was younger, and just going through all of that and having the desire to actually want something better. It comes from just from having my children, for sure, because I don't think I would ever do it on my own. I felt that as soon as they came into my life, I wanted something better for myself. But to everyone that is struggling out there, bro, that's really where you have to start. What don't you know, and what can you actually learn, bro? There's so much stuff out there for you to grab and actually put your attention, bro. Put your time, put your attention to it. Learn something. Start with one thing, and work your way up there, bro. Well, right. The thing why I post on my videos and they're so short and it's just like a quick 12 to 15-second rep is because I'm trying to make it as little as possible, so there's no fucking excuse why I'm not taking control of my life. And yes, like you said, this is stuff that's already known. This is stuff that philosophers that even in Bibles is there, you know, but we don't take the time to actually learn it. And so we go through all of this turmoil, we go through all this pain just to go back to where we should have started in the beginning. And that's by reading, bro. That's really by opening your mind to stuff that actually matters. And it's really hard to focus when there's so much fucking shit in your face. 24/7. Like I think I put something on Twitter about like Web3 is so hard to keep up because it's 24/7. Now more than ever, I feel like everything is 24/7, bro. Like you need to take control of your focus, take care of it, and guide it somewhere. I hate to cut this conversation super short, my guy, because this is such a great conversation. But I didn't know that I was scheduled to go into work, and I got to go into work in 10 minutes.
Yeah, bro, you're not even cutting it that short. In fact, you're just cutting. So the last 10 minutes anyway is a call to action or self-promotion, 10 minutes. So like if you just want, it's up to you. You don't have to do anything. It's this is your part of the show. Like the whole thing is us, but this is like hyper spotlight you. So if you have like a link or anything throw out, I saw you have a YouTube in your bio. If you just want to tell people like and subscribe and just say peace out, and then you could sign off, and I'll just close out the ending thing. Or if you literally got to go now, be out. But this is your time to do the call to action if you want.
The call to action, guys. The call to action. Just take it one step at a time. Take off the pressure. There is no pressure, bro. You can be, like Gary says it a couple of times, you can be 50, 60, and you're still in the game. but it's not even about Gary. It's just about you personally. You can fix your life if you focus on the stuff that you can control. There's nothing much that I can say, apart from the stuff that you already said. I have a Twitter.
Follow you
I
on
have a
YouTube, right?
I have my YouTube channel that I haven't been posting to. I have an ambition to make one step at a time more known, to be a community of like-minded people. I have the heart and the passion for it. I just need to put my body to work, and it's gonna require that, guys. You're gonna be doing stuff that you don't want to do. There's gonna be times that you wake up not fucking motivated, but you still got to get your ass up and do it because you want a better life for you, for yourself, for your family, for everybody around you, bro. That and the energy that I feel coming from you, it's a real energy. It radiates, bro. And I feel it right now in my job, like. I'm liked by a lot of people, and I don't do it because I want to be liked. I just do it because it's who I am. And
Just
playing
fucking
nice,
feels good, baby.
exactly. Playing nice and being the best person you can be, by default, you're going to be spreading that out to everybody, bro. And that's what I wish for everybody in this fucking world, that you come here and you live a life that is worth living, and you pass that along to everybody you can, bro. Because you, at the end of the day, I want my existence not to matter as an ego. It's just to say that, yo, Franklin was here and he made an imprint in me, and because of that, I'm gonna pass that shit forward.
Fuck yeah, dude. So I'll let you go out on that. That's a positive message. Let Franklin inspire you. Let Frank inspire you. Let me inspire you. We got Kyle down there. He's an inspirational motherfucker too. Let Kyle inspire you. Check him, check him out if you're watching this. We're like looking at the profile. He's another cool person. Kyle 305-29354 on Twitter. But with that, Frank, if you got to log out, go ahead and log out. I will just say thank you so much for coming on the show, sharing your lessons with us, telling about your hardships, your struggles, your passions, your kids, your family, how you want to find like the light in life, work smarter, not harder, like always getting that fucking bag, bro, doing what's right for your kids, realizing that when you become a father, a parent, someone's dependent on you, and that's like a moment where you can step it up and depend on yourself and become more dependable. So I fucking love you for that. So thank you so much for coming on the show and doing that. Then, like I said, if you got to log off, but I'm just going to do the rest of the closeout. So we always thank the guests for coming on the show. Kyle, I love you. Thank you for coming and listening. We had a few other people. Thank you, everyone who listened to the show. We really appreciate y'all. If you enjoyed the show as well, like it, share it, retweet it, follow our YouTubes, follow our Twitters, click all our links, go to our link trees, check our bios, all our shit. If you didn't, we are so fucking sorry we wasted the hour. You should have left earlier. That's crazy. I found another podcast. I'm sorry if you didn't enjoy it. I love you. Maybe come to the next one. But if you find someone that you're friends with and tell them, hey, if you're I gotta keep this recommendation. Check out Cassidy Talks About Life podcast. The last couple things to say here. We also close out thanking God and the universe and all the energy for, like I said, bringing the show together, bringing people together, talking about life. God creates life, so thank God for that. And then the very last message from our friend Afakasi Brand, which is if you haven't heard it today, you are loved. There is light and dark in the universe. There's also a oneness, though, and that oneness is love. So you are love itself incarnate, walking around. You are the energy of the universe in the form of a person. So not only are you love itself, but if you have not heard it today, you are loved.